So welcome back, guys. This is Madhav PVL, and today we are going to have a conversation with Pranav, and he's a senior consultant at Deloitte. So I just have a basic doubts regarding my degree, my program, and some other stuff, and I'm just going to ask about that and just have a basic conversation with him. Hi, Pranav. How are you?
Hey Madhav, how you doing? How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking. And firstly, the most important question, directly getting into the topic. So, what is an MBA like in your perspective? Like, how does an MBA person work, and what's the major difference they keep it in the company or something like?
So rather than talking about MBA per se, right, I would give you an idea about the masters and the mindset for doing masters, right? So
Hmm.
we are born and brought up in a culture where our parents decide our career and future. Right?
Yeah.
And go to MPC, go to BPC, and then tech, you do CS or you do MEC, you do EC, right?
Yeah.
That kind of at times makes sense as well because we don't know what we want to do or we don't have that clarity or maturity coming from a tier 2 city like Vijayawada, right?
Hmm.
We did the exposure that we have. And I don't even believe that by age of 16 or 18 or 20, people will have that maturity to choose that, hey, I want to become a
Yeah.
scientist. I want it.
Yeah.
So, and obviously they have chosen something for us and later, once we get into that field, that's where the real thinking starts, right?
Hmm.
After my BTech, I've done CS. I'm a CS background guy from BTech.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
and after that, I've landed in Cognizant. But soon after 6 to 8 months, I understood that this is not my cup of tea. Maybe
Hmm.
that's early that I've decided, but
Yeah.
uh, again, that's an immature decision.
Yeah, but still, it's a good one.
I
Yeah.
think so. But
Yeah.
that's this coming back to your question, right? So, what
Mm-hmm.
is the difference and all? So,
Mm-hmm.
in that space, I wanted to do something which I like,
Mm-hmm.
where I've chosen to do masters, and then I have options of doing various things like in a higher level,
Mm-hmm.
MS, MBA, or getting into civils.
Yeah.
These are the
Mm-hmm.
MS is more of technical, MBA is more of management plus technical. Now we are calling it techno managerial types, right? There are
Yeah.
also the one which you are doing
Yeah,
MSBA,
the
right?
MSBA.
It
Mm.
involves both business aspects and the technical aspects as well. So it's something of that sort.
Yeah, it's my next question. Like, I was just gonna ask about that thing. Like, I just want to know, like, being in a senior position, like you're just in a senior position where, and everyone learns the Six Sigma rules or whatever, this solver things and Excel and whatever. But like, what's the thing which makes you choose a fresher? Because I don't have any experience, prior experience, but I'm just learning the same stuff as yours, but what may be the best reason for you to just hire me for any job?
Okay, that's an entirely different topic. So why?
Mm-hmm.
Because every interviewer, like the person sitting on the other side of the table, has a different perspective. And
Mm-hmm.
again, job role, job description, everything comes into the picture. But at the end of the day, if I have to choose you for my work, I would see. Basic understanding here is we know that you don't know anything. Yeah,
That's
because
true. Yeah.
knowledge versus the
Yeah.
real are poles apart, right? But the foundations somewhere they interject, and that's where we think that hey, okay, this is someone, this person knows what he's talking. So if you know what you're talking and
Mm-hmm.
you're adaptable to the change that
Oh.
we got, right? And if you are convenient and agile enough to get into any environment, then that's where I choose a person like that. So even if
Mm-hmm.
hiring right now, I mostly check. I don't care about what all technical certifications you have or what you have. See, I have a clarity on what I need, what kind of a resource I need.
Mm-hmm.
You show me that hey, I can do this job in a more better way and I'm adaptable to any scenarios and all, you're in for me. That with the technical things that you're doing. So I would say
Mm-hmm.
mix of it. I mean, just saying that I'm good for this job rather than saying that I've done these things in my college and this gives me a skill of adapting to any kind of environment,
Mm-hmm.
something of that sort. If I get a sense, yeah, you're in my team.
No, that's good to hear. And I just want to ask, like, as I said before, you did your MBA and I'm doing my MSBA. And like, end of the day, we come under the same roof, but I just learn a bit more, just a bit, a chunk of some other subjects, like rather than the traditional MBA program. But what are the advantages, or like, which we can just say, like, see, like, because I am just doing it in an analytics thing right now. I'm just doing the supply chain and the data analytics thing. So, will there be any advantages to me when compared to the traditional MBA degree or something?
Uh, okay, let me put this in this way. So, if you're
Mm.
doing this, you already know where you're gonna land up because masters is something that you have choose,
Yeah.
right? So, traditional MBA or an MBA with some specialization or a mix and match of MS and MBA, you have chosen that decision because you're conscious about it and you know there is a demand for certain people in the market.
Yeah.
So demand is already there. It's just you have to showcase yourself, show it up, and uh, being there. So me choosing a traditional MBA because I know where I would land after 2 years and where I want to be after 2 years and next 10-year goal. I have done that research, and obviously you would have done a similar stats or similar kind of
Yeah.
uh, edge, gaining some knowledge on this, right? So you would also have some idea where you want to land. So you know the market is there for you, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And it end of the day, it all the number game. It
Yeah.
boils down to, right? So how much uh, number you're getting with respect to your skill versus what level you're gonna be,
Mm.
everything. So that's where the interviewing part and your college degree, your college influencing and ABC factors come into the
Yeah.
picture. Your performance and your technicalities, of course, those are the top priority. So think it in this way. So you already have a market.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why this course is there. That's the reason why that school is offering you this course.
Yeah. Obviously. Mm.
If there's nothing, why would they do even, right? So yeah, you have your own perks, you have
Yeah.
your own advantages, and your career trajectory would be different compared to a BTech guy versus a UG guy or a postgraduate or anyone else for that matter.
Yeah.
It's different paths and different ways. That's it.
Okay. So I just want to ask something. Like, there were multiple tools like Power BI or Tableau or Excel or whatever it is, but end of the day, all we do is analytics. So why in the mindset of a hiring manager or someone or like some senior most employee, do you think the person should know about the analytics or know about the tool? So is the tool greater or the knowledge greater? Like,
But
yeah.
so um, let me put it in this way. So if you know the concepts,
Mm-hmm.
you know how to ride a car, right?
Obviously.
So you can ride a Mercedes, you can ride a Alto, you can ride any car per se, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you drive a car, you know
Yeah.
how to apply a brake, how to press a clutch and release accelerator, whatever, right? You know
Mhm,
that. So
mhm.
it's I don't know if you compare the same analogy here, you know what's analytics. Tool
Yeah,
is an interface that you play around with. So if you play
yeah,
around with Tableau or Power BI or whatever for 3 4 days or give some time on it, you can get your output what you want because you know what needs to be run, you know
yeah.
what output you are expecting if you know if you, because so yeah, it's pretty straightforward, thing that
Yeah.
you don't know, you don't know.
Okay. So, and this is one of my personal question. So, I have been making some videos since few weeks, like regarding my subjects and some assignments, like based on some machine learning or some Excel or whatever it is, like visualization and analytics and stuff. But I just got an thought process where I just met a senior and he was like, okay, so what's the difference you're making? Because everyone can make that Excel solver thing and everything, but is it good to showcase our talent in LinkedIn, or like, is there any other ways to stand apart from the people by saying, I know things to do, how to do these things and stuff? Yeah.
Personally, I love to brag about myself and my work.
Okay. So you say it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's 100% good thing. So even small thing that you do,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that small impact that you have created,
Mm-hmm.
so just brag. If you don't brag, I don't know what you do, right?
Okay.
I come to Madhav at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
right? Either in a good way or a bad way, or I at least I need to know why I shouldn't come to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both ways. So
Yeah.
just brag about it everywhere, LinkedIn, Telegram, wherever possible, in front of your faculty, in your school, in front of your recruiters, that even if you have done a small code, say it.
Yeah. That's
Because
actually okay.
you
Mm-hmm.
know
Yeah. Okay.
that
Mm-hmm.
maybe for that person only. Never knew.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. And also, like, I have been making videos on already existing problems or already existing Kaggle challenges or something. Do you want me to try some real world analytics or something like that and make things complex? So, do you want me to do that, or do you want me to just solve the existing things in my way? Like,
Um, I would say whatever keeps your mind busy.
okay.
Or I would say rather see it in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is more interesting, real world where you have to identify a problem and then get a solution. I find that interesting more.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will be like, okay, this is an existing problem and this is one of the approaches, and I want to give a fresh perspective and a fresh approach, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's one way to do it. So yeah, it's whatever you like it. So there's no parameters, but whatever you do, brag about it.
Okay. And I also want to ask one thing. So, as our job is mainly regarding just making other people believe that we are going in a right way, like because we work on analytics and we just prove that we are in a good way or something. What if you have a bad analytics about that particular client or project? Like, how will you just convince them, or will you just satisfy his ego, or will you just go on straight on his face and tell the things? Like,
Okay, you're saying like if things go sideways on the
like,
approach client
yeah, yeah.
challenge,
So,
right?
like, if there is something wrong with the project from your client, so will you just go straight and say the things, or will you just satisfy his ego and just cover up things or something like that? Because an MBA person doesn't just he just don't accept his mistakes or something, because we just see managing so much of stuff. Like, yeah.
Uh, in real world, that really doesn't happen. If it's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
it's wrong. Two is four, not five, right? So
Mm-hmm.
here, if our basics are strong and if you're saying that, hey, this is wrong with
Mm-hmm.
references and information, right? If it's wrong, it's wrong. We even if it's a client, if he doesn't listen, we'll go to his boss, telling him that your guy is not understanding the reality,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah, it's pretty straightforward there. So no need, because if we try to cover up things, it we may land up in something which we have not committed to do for a client, and
Mm-hmm.
if
It's again a risky thing.
and if numbers don't fluctuate here, I'll get bombarded, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
We
actually true. Yeah.
that, hey, whatever you're thinking is wrong
Mm-hmm.
because of reasons. So yeah, see from there.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, this is some interesting question. So, I have a subject called analytical decision modeling, where I was just gone through some stuff like visualization and storytelling and some fancy MBA stuff. And I just wanna say something like, they just said the client will listen to you, whatever you say, whatever you show, or something like that. Do you really think this really works as same as in our studies? Like, in our, according to our case study, the client will just sit and listen to whatever stuff you say, and he just gives us a valuable insights and we'll solve a problem. So that's how classwork, the case study or the homework which we do works. But do you think in the real world we have the same problems?
I mean, if you're saying, if you're putting that like a case study, it would have
Mhm.
already happened.
Yeah, that's true.
That is why they would have given you.
Yeah, yeah.
And your school, right? ASU does have real world examples. I have some interactions with some of the professionals out there in
Mm.
life, right? So yeah, there would have been real world and
Yeah.
and there have been some solutions for it. But
Mm.
what I'm assuming they wanted to do is to analyze how you, your perspective, your
Mm.
answer. It's all written that way. Yeah.
Okay. And I also want to ask one thing. So, how can a fresher mark sell himself in the market, or how can he just build up some connections? This is the most common question I think everyone will ask you, but but still, I just want to ask it again.
Fun fact, even if
Mm-hmm.
you're in the office,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you need to do that networking and connections.
Oh, even after getting a job.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
You don't you may not like the work that you're doing. You may not want to switch teams. You may not want to go to some other profile altogether, right? So yeah,
Mm.
yeah, networking even then. So networking doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
So it all starts with, hey, I'm Pranav. Or for you, don't tell my name. So,
Okay.
yeah, starts with that and do it as much as possible. Like everyone, say, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
want to talk? Yeah, you have to do it. Get started. I mean, you'll not have any topics to talk in the first place. So that's
Yeah.
where the comes again.
Yeah.
Tell them done this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their uh, site or make them
Mm-hmm.
curious about you.
Mm-hmm.
Then automatically the other person starts talking to you or ask questions to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even in your school, when you're going, I believe you should talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Confined to maybe certain people in your group or in your vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
Cross departments.
Yeah.
It's a big school, right? So you'll
Yeah.
find people. So talk with everyone just with a smile. Hey, and yeah, go from there. It should be.
Cool. And also, like, this is a final one. Do you want me to give some piece of advice because I'm just pursuing this degree, and do you want me to do you want me to give some advice or something like yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, generally, I would say you have to be proactive in nature, which you are already doing. So very good.
Yeah, okay, thanks for that.
But for like maybe you have to uh, mm, brag more, talk more,
Okay.
and do what you're doing. And your whatever you're doing is obviously best, I believe. So yeah, continue
Mhm.
doing that. No fancy suggestions.
Okay. And yeah. So yeah, thank you, Pranav. Thank you for giving your time. I think I'm just talking to you. I think you're in office, but yeah, I'm sorry for asking you again and again for this video thing. And thank you for your time. Thank you so
Well,
much. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
thank you.